Hey, what's going on everybody? Today, I'm still working on the engine bay, getting very close to getting everything stripped out of the engine bay. The remaining things that I have to do are the brake lines, brake booster, the clutch booster, and then the wheel speed sensors, the speedo cable maybe, and then maybe possibly I'll take out the AC lines, and then maybe the heater core lines as well, because these are old and brittle and I'd rather just replace them with something new. So let's get the car in the air and start working. Now we're gonna go under the car and disconnect the rear brake line. So I actually went ahead and disconnected the steel braided lines that my car came with from the hard lines here and here, and then I'm gonna remove this 10 millimeter right here and take the junction box out. I figured I'm not gonna have the brakes anyways, so why not just take that whole system out for now. All right, so over here in the front, there's another like a junction box. So gonna disconnect this first, then get rid of the the bolt that's holding the mount in or the box in, and then just take the whole line out at once and let this drain out on the drip pan with some vinyl tubing so it doesn't go everywhere. So this one came out very easily, probably because, as you can see here, it's probably dripping down, eating up the paint, dripping on here, dripping over this. There's no corrosion just because the brake fluid ate all the corrosion away. So that's good. I can use this 10 millimeter because the brake line wrench didn't really fit in here. So I'll show you how corroded this bolt is. So now we're moving on to the front of the car, and I'm just gonna remove the wheel and then the brake line that leads into the brake master cylinder. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I'll remove the wheel speed sensors as well for the ABS. The car didn't come with ABS, so I'm just gonna besides the rust hole that we have here, we see the whole brake line setup, and you can see the bigger wheel kind of tore through this, and then we still have the OEM hard line set up. I just confirmed via a quick Google search that this whole setup can be replaced by like a -3 end line. So I'm just gonna get rid of everything. Since getting rid of the brake booster, I can get rid of the calipers as well, kind of in one go, and put the wheel back on. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna spray everything down with PV Blaster. I have my drip pen here so it doesn't get on the floor. And then start undoing these lines. All right, while the brake fluid's draining, I got the wheel speed sensor loose. Just gonna pull it out, show you guys what brackets are on there. So the next thing is removing the joint boxes and the splitters for the brake system. So got everything removed from this side, just kind of letting the remaining brake fluid flow down, but the ABS sensor is out right there, along with the brake lines, and then this is where the ABS sensor plugs into, or goes through the metal into the engine bay. So now going on the other side. Same thing, brake line, and then ABS sensor to this side. So the power of internet magic, we're gonna remove all of this. All right, so I got everything removed. Brake caliper, the rotor, the ABS, wheel speed sensor, as well as all the lines associated with it. Get that out of here. And got the wheel back on. Now on the other side, I'm gonna get the wheel back on this side and then get into the engine bay and start removing the brake booster itself. So now I'm just gonna remove the hard lines that lead into the brake booster, brake cylinder. So now I'm just gonna remove the lines that lead into the brake master cylinder. So I actually went ahead and removed the rear wheels as well. Gonna take the caliper off, leave the rotor on. That way I can have some brakes with the handbrake, but I'm gonna take this off. There's two nuts here, and I already disconnected the line before, so it should just come out as all one unit. Super easy and simple. I'm just doing the same thing on the other side. Alright, so under the dash, there's a little pin right there. So you have to remove that and then take the rod out, and that should disconnect the pedal from the brake booster, not the brake booster, brake master cylinder. And then those 4 bolts, 1, 2, and then 2 on the other side. Can't really show you. That is what's holding in the brake booster, brake master cylinder assembly. So I'm gonna remove that and then go out into the engine bay. So with the 4 bolts out on the inside, this should come out relatively easily. There we go. And the brake booster and the brake master cylinder are out.